During this video, you will learn to 1. Raise the subject of alcohol screening. Ask permission to discuss alcohol use. 2. Discuss and interpret the score from the screening tool. Audit, craft. 3. Determine patient's motivation to change, importance, confidence, and readiness. 4. Uses motivational interviewing adherence strategies during patient encounter. 5. Negotiate a plan without judgment or lecturing. Education, counseling, and/or referral. 6. Determine barriers to making change and work with patient to decrease barriers. We will be using the ERE strategy. Elicit, respond, elicit. E. Elicit. Using the Alcohol Use Disorders Identification Test. Audit, US. R. Respond. Pros and cons of drinking. Summarize both sides. Ask about importance on a scale of 0 to 10. How important is it to you to decrease alcohol intake? Change. Ask about confidence. On a scale of 0 to 10, how confident are you that you can change? Ask about readiness. On a scale of 0 to 10, how ready are you to make a change? E. Elicit. Goal setting. Educate about alcohol use and adverse side effects.
Patient name, Frank Wilson, age 74, male. Here for a follow-up from his ER visit for a fall. Medicine, lisinopril 20 milligrams, 1 tablet daily. Pravastatin 20 milligrams daily. Aspirin 81 milligrams daily. He has a past medical history of hypertension and hyperlipidemia. Substance, alcohol, bourbon. Never drinks and drives. What brings you in today?
I am here to follow up my ER visit from my fall.
In your own words, can you tell me what happened?
I was at home watching golf with my neighbor. He's such a good friend, always there when I need him. You see, my wife died a year ago, but I can always count on Phil to come through. It was the anniversary of my wife's death, and I didn't want to be alone. So Phil came over and we had 4 drinks, and I was going to refill glasses, but then I tripped over the rug, fell and hit my head on the door jamb. I didn't lose consciousness. I bet Phil wished I had, though. I put up quite a fight getting in the car. Anyway, he drove me to the hospital and I had to get 8 stitches in the head. I was released after evaluation. 3 days later, here I am, ready for my follow-up.
Let's conduct an alcohol screen using the audit tool. Mr. Wilson scored an 18 on his audit screen. Let's have a look at what his score means. The goal for Mr. Wilson is to cut down his total number of drinks per night and limit to 3 drinks per night. He should have no more than 7 drinks per week. We'll use the following steps: raise the subject, provide feedback, enhance motivation, negotiate a plan. Raise the subject.
So, Mr. Wilson, I would like to go over the screening that you completed during your check-in.
Sure.
According to the results on the audit screening, it suggests that your drinking is at a harmful level.
I wasn't drinking any more than usual. I was looking at the TV watching a golf match when I tripped over the rug. I wonder sometimes about my drinking, but I really don't think I have a problem.
Okay, please tell me what your usual drinking patterns are.
Well, usually I have bourbon. That's what I like to drink. On a typical day, I might have 3 or 4 drinks. It's just a habit I got into when I was working as an executive. And I live alone now, so sometimes there's nothing else to do.
Are there any times that you've had more than 5 drinks on one occasion?
About once a month, during our bridge tournament. Everyone drinks a lot at the tournaments. We will often have more than 5 drinks because it's our social time.
Has there ever been a time when you felt guilty or felt bad after drinking?
There was one time when I forgot to go to a bridge tournament because I had been drinking a little heavier the night before. I felt really bad about that. I let all my friends down.
Has any friend or family member ever told you that they were concerned about how much you drink?
Just once. After I didn't show up at my bridge tournament, my friends were really ticked off. They had really counted on me.
Provide feedback.
Yes, there are risks with unhealthy drinking. It seems like you have experienced some of these, such as forgetting your commitments and being injured while you are drinking. There are health-related problems also. Drinking alcohol can cause you to have high blood pressure, and you're already taking medications for this problem.
Well, I have been wondering about these things.
Enhance motivation.
let's talk a little bit more about your drinking. What do you like about drinking?
It helps me socialize with my friends and relax. I live alone and hate to be lonely. My late wife and I would socialize all the time. Sometimes when I'm by myself, I'm looking for something to do. I'll often just sit and have a drink.
What don't you like about drinking?
I don't like the way it makes me forget things. I still remember when I didn't show up to my bridge tournament a few months ago, and I really feel bad about that.
So, on the one hand, it makes you feel relaxed and feel less lonely. But on the other hand, it makes you forget your commitments, get a nasty head wound, and might be contributing to your high blood pressure. Tell me, what do you think about all this?
I think I need to do something about my drinking.
On a scale of 0 to 10, how important is it to you that you decrease your alcohol intake? 0 means not important, and 10 means very important. Using that scale, how important is it that you decrease your drinking?
I think it's a 7.
Okay, it sounds like this is pretty important to you. Now tell me why you chose a 7 rather than a 5 or a 6.
Well, I am worried because of my injury and forgetfulness.
On that same scale of 0 to 10, how confident are you that you can make a change?
4.
So tell me why you chose a 4 rather than a 3?
It's hard when I'm out playing golf or playing bridge. Alcohol is always around. It's just the culture I've been involved with. I'm not so sure I'll be able to ignore it or say no when someone offers me a drink.
On that same scale, how ready are you to make a change regarding your drinking?
6.
Why a 6?
I know that I need the change, but at this point, drinking is such an ingrained habit and, to be honest, a coping mechanism.
Negotiate a plan.
Okay, so it seems like you are willing to take a few steps towards changing your drinking. What are your thoughts about what you might do?
I'm not really sure what I can do to change.
Well, it is a matter of figuring out what works for you. Is it okay if I share some of the strategies that have worked for other people? We will see if any of these might work for you.
Sure, I'm open to suggestions.
Some of the strategies could be calling a friend or family during the night to decrease the time you feel you need to drink alcohol. You could also cultivate some friendships outside of your golf and bridge club, or include food when you drink. You could also decide how many drinks you wanted to have in the evening, or simply pace yourself. Do you think any of these might work for you?
I think choosing the number of drinks I'll have that evening and pacing them might work.
Sounds good. How about if we check back in a month to see how things are going?
Let's end with a review of the SBIRT process. 1. Raise the subject. 2. Provide feedback. 3. Enhance motivation by using ORs, asking open-ended questions, affirmation, reflection, and summary statements. And 4. Negotiate a plan.